All right, let's finish lesson 112 today. The sound we are working on is air, and it can be spelled three different ways. Air, A-I-R, air, A-R-E, and air, E-A-R. All right, we have learned that we have the sound A and the sound and we can air. We're working with air. We're working with air, as in the word chair, okay? And stare. Don't trip on that last stare. We know we can have air, spelled A-R-E, as in care. Take care when you leave and be careful. Care. Square. So you hear air and care and square, but they are spelled A-R-E. Then we have air that can be spelled E-A-R, as in bear. The bear surprised us when he came into our campground. Wear. I have to think hard about what to wear. Wear. Okay, so let's read some. Air, chair, dare, wear. All right, so this is a little bit different activity. You're going to pause the video and you're going to read the words and put them in their separation. So if it's an A-I-R word, you're going to put it here, an A-R-E word, put it here, an E-A-R word, put it here. So you can just put them on a piece of paper, but then we'll do it together after you unpause the video. All right, this first word is wear. What to wear, and we're going to move it over here to the E-A-R. Flare, okay, we're going to move it to the A-R-E. Pair, we're going to put it on the A-I-R. Swear, I promise to tell the truth, swear, we're going to put it under the E-A-R. Bare, this bare is, please don't walk around in your bare feet because you could step on stickers. Fair, F-A-R-E. Hair, A-I-R. Pair, E-A-R. Chair, A-I-R. And care, A-R-E. Okay? And an activity like this is just to help you recognize you're reading them all exactly the same. You're recognizing the different spelling that is happening, and you're basing that on how you separate it. All right, let's read some of these words that have some parts in them that you just have to learn. Said, the AI making the eh sound. You just have to learn that when you hear eh in said, you need to spell it S-A-I-D. Sure, sure. So that S should say S, but it says sh, like an S-H. Sure, sure, and you have the E, okay? Sure. Laugh, laugh. So you have an AU making the ah sound and a GH making the f sound, which doesn't normally happen. Laugh. Who, all of this is tricky. Who, you have the WH making the sound. Who, and the O making the sound. Okay. So when you spell who, you just have to remember W-H-O, who. Whom, so that makes it a little bit easier. If you know who, then you can spell W-H-O-M, whom. Okay, and then we have whose, whose. Okay, we know that that S many times at the end of a word will make the Z sound, whose. All right, let's read some sentences. Love is in the air tonight. Love is in the air tonight. Blair won the toy fair and square. Blair won the toy fair and square. Remember to pause the video so you have time to read it before we read it together. Whose doll has rainbow hair? Whose doll has rainbow hair? All right, now let's write some. Okay, you're not going to really know A-I-R-E-A-R or A-R-E. The first word we're going to write is whose chair is this? Whose chair is this? Whose chair, A-I-R, is this? Whose chair is this? The next thing we're going to write is the bear is in his lair. The bear is in his lair. The bear, B-A-B-E-A-R, bear, is in his lair. And the last one we're going to write is be careful running up the stairs. Be careful running up the stairs. All right, be careful running. We got to have those two N's there so it doesn't say running up the stairs. S-T-A-I-R-S, stairs. All right, I know that's hard. It will only get easier the more you write, the more you read, and the more you pay attention to those different spellings. When you're reading something, it's really best to pay attention going, oh, I know there's 3 different spellings of air. This one is E-A-R. This one is A-R-E. This one is A-I-R. Okay? When you're spelling it, the more you spell, the easier it'll become. All right, so we have a new story or passage to read today. Pause it and after each slide so that you have time to read it. All right, we will read it together. A new pair of pants. Claire went shopping for a new pair of pants. After going to 5 stores, she could not find the pair she wanted. Then, at the 6th store, she found them. The pair she picked flared out at the bottom. They were light as air and so comfortable. When she put them on, she stared at herself in the mirror. Claire felt so fantastic in these pants that she twirled around and tossed her hair. She wanted to purchase 2 pairs so she would have a spare pair to wear. She bought the pants to the checkout counter. Those are nice pairs of pants, said the clerk. If you take good care of them, they will last forever. Thank you, answered Claire with a big smile. I sure will. All right, once again, just want to point out that when you have quotations around the words, those are the exact words they said. So, those are a nice pair of pants, said the clerk. Those were her exact words. And notice that it continues. If you take good care of them, they will last forever. And that's the end of the quote that the clerk said. Then Claire, her exact words were, thank you. I sure will. Meaning Claire used those exact words, and so they're in quotation marks. All right, short little practice here. I know this is a little bit difficult, that we have 3 spellings of air, A-I-R, A-R-E, and E-A-R. But it would be a lot more difficult if you didn't realize that there were 3 spellings of air. So this lesson can be very helpful. All right, next time, 113.